Okay, so I actually didn't know if I was going to come back to this and replay it for the final draft because I played the, the game once by myself because it was really important to me and I wanted to share it with my sister. But it was so painful that I had to fight myself to play it, which is why here I didn't know if I was going to do it again. But I've been promised there are big changes in the final draft, so it is with hope I go forward, hoping something changes. Because, boy, the first 3 acts, uh, they hurt a lot, bro. They hurt. I hurt. They killed everyone I loved. And they began with the one I loved the most. Plain story. Because if you guys watched my my Alan Wake remaster Let's Play, and I'm sure you didn't, because why would you? You would know that Agent Nightingale meant a lot to me, and he was like my favorite character. I had a lot of hope that in the sequel we'd tie some loose threads for him, and you remember how that went.
Back to the beginning, with the memory of the past loop already fading fast. But while it lingers, I know there's hope. We're not doomed to repeat our failures in an eternal loop. This is a spiral. A fictional poet once said, "Beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated. I will not settle for a shadow. I'll find the miracle through the night."
You know, that was Hartman's favorite line of that poem.
It's not just victims and monsters. I see now there are heroes as well. We can find our way through the darkness. We will break through the surface. We will emerge into the light.
You better be telling me the truth, Alan. I don't think I could take another dredge. Once more with feeling. You have a very hairy back, you know that? It's just weird. I didn't know people could grow hair on their backs. Beautiful view. This sort of blue-gray lighting always sets such a mood. You could tell it's probably cold out here. Very cold for you, I assume.
Already gone.
I don't... If... He doesn't sound like a Taken. His words are a bit too lucid, like he's present in the moment. Is he really Taken already? That's what they told me. Are you really Taken already? I hear you. The wind in these leaves is so pretty. It looks like the ground is soft at least. I can imagine it's soft. I hope there's not a chill in the air. Ah! Sorry, I forgot about that. Taken don't act this way. Is he really taken? Beautiful out here. So, if the cultists aren't taken, what was that about? How did he just disappear like that? It's coming, they say. They called you an it. They think you're taken, that's for sure. Is he really? I don't buy it. I remember I walked over here and saw this light the first time and I wanted to get to it. And I'm mad that you couldn't crawl over a couple of walls to get there. But if the cult isn't taken, it wouldn't have helped you anyway. And if you're taken, you wouldn't have even wanted to go to the light. And I was confused at this part because they stepped out in front of step lights. Ah, crap. A lot more blurred this time. I recognize Dilmo, even with this mask on. This better be worth it, Alan.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid.
Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Well, Sam, you don't have any words of encouragement for me?
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Yeah, Alex and Saga grew on me very quickly. I'm very fond of them.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
No, hush, silly. This fresh air would be good for you. Cauldron Lake.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Oh, these guys are so silly and I love them.
Hey,
It's-
over here.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That opening
Hey there.
scene.
Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Baker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Gee. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Alright, number one, when this scene first played out, I thought they were reading a bit too much. Like there seems to be some sort of implication here that there was more to him assuming Casey was the one in charge than there should have been. But like two people walked up to him. It was a 50-50 chance. Also, you wouldn't believe how happy I was to see Mulligan. That they gave him a model and he's actually here. Because like in the first game, you only hear his voice over the radio. And now he's here. And he's adorable. I love him.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, but you know, inside.
Now, why are you acting like this? I know you're not stupid. You didn't act this stupid before. And I don't think your voice was so exaggerated before either. Look at him. Look at that fella. Look at him. He's so cute.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Baker took him back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
You guys probably find it hard to believe that I was actually really excited to see. I was actually really excited to see Mulligan.
Are they gone? Fucking out-of-towners. We can handle this ourselves if they just stay the hell out of it. All of them.
Shut up, Thornton. They can still hear you.
I'm just saying. You know I'm usually a calm person. Yoga 3 times a week. But these goddamn city folk always think they know everything. It gets on my fucking nerves.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
For fuck's sake.
I was really happy to see them. They were the first reason I had to smile when I started this game up. They murdered my favorite character ritualistically in front of me. At least they gave me Mulligan. I'm sorry about your partner. Yoga 3 times a week, huh? He doesn't look the type. There's no photo mode. I think I'll make a separate save so I can come back to this moment because I want to take a picture of you. Also, why do you have a cord coming off your... okay, I see it's the radio. Love you. You're adorable. Look at him. Look at his cheeks. Oh, come on, don't be shy. You're adorable. Why aren't you wearing a tie? Isn't that part of your uniform? Thornton has a tie. Alright, I better go. Alright.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Alright. Yes, case board. I'll probably cut some of this out. I think...
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Better than rotting on the asphalt. At least the ground can eat you here. You melt into
Damn.
the leaves.
Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
No, you guys are so mean. Bright Falls Sheriff Station's pretty great. When Sarah Breaker was in charge, it was pretty nice. Phone, huh? Phone lines used to work out here? He's just messing with you, Thornton. He wants you to confess to being scared. And you know, it is a little silly. You're a deputy, aren't you?
Hey!
Hi.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
So it was lost on me the first time I saw him, but he's waiting on the other side because he doesn't want to be...
FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Alright, when I first saw Thornton, I freaked out, just like I did
This is
with...
the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No time. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
It does, but first I'm going to look at Thornton, because when I first saw him again...
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
Saga, we're getting to that. We've done that before. I was very shocked because he doesn't look at all like he sounds, and he doesn't look like he acts either. Look at that swept back hair. Look at that mustache. Would you look... Hey, quit! I'm trying to look at you. I don't think that...
Start by inspecting the body, Anderson.
If you two keep rushing me, I swear. I don't think he's a mustache man. Don't think it works for you, Thornton. Don't I don't think so. I think you need to take it off, honestly. I don't like the beard either. But there he is. I was really happy to see
You
you.
know, I never seen the FBI investigate a murder victim before.
Mhm.
Except in the movies.
I know. Nobody cares but me. I do love you, though, Thornton. I don't pronounce the N in your name. I just call you Thornton.
Body is positioned on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Ritualistic.
Yes, I know, Saga.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Oh, and believe me, it was not lost on me at all. That, the game forced me to watch Nightingale murdered, and then I had to investigate his murder. And I had to look at his naked corpse over and over and over again. We don't need a flashlight, girl. This isn't important, but feet are swollen and black. What's weird is later, this leg, I guess that would be his right leg, it gets bizarrely swollen. These feet are very swollen. Hands black as well. Okay, look at the stupid cut first.
Incised
Cut.
stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Yeah, it wasn't very important. All right.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
So far, the victim, the killers. Yep. Get me out
Who
of
is
here.
our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues.
We talked to Thornton about this. I'll investigate the crime
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
scene. Mm-hmm. The beer.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Now that part, I think that was Ed and Tammy's camera. I don't think the cult was going to take pictures of this. Why on earth would they? It's just incriminating evidence.
Was he killed here? Or brought here after? For display?
Thornton, tell me what I already know, baby boy.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale. Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Stop being so aggressive, Thornton.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state.
Obviously.
But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Finn. Yeah, the last time I saw him, he had hair on his head. Now it looks like it all went to his stomach and back.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Not for me.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Feels like something that got retconned, honestly. A lot doesn't feel like an exact continuation. Things changed in strange ways.
Large amount of blood on the table.
Yeah,
The victim died here.
no
I think
kidding.
that's everything. For now,
Good.
at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
No, come on. Get me to the board. Right, the victim.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
You should have seen the things he did while he was here.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
I guess if he didn't die, he'd be going to jail. He abused the FBI, the resources.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Now, even before the reveal later in the game, I knew this was more like telepathy. But reaching out to Taken seems very dangerous. I think, wouldn't you run the risk of being infected with the same darkness? Being taken yourself? No, we need to profile. Connect. Speak.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake, before his murder.
The things he says as a Taken are very strange to me because there seems to be a lucid. The Taken seems so much more lucid this time. Is he talking to Saga directly, or are these just pages? What does he mean you're not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise? Is he referring to the part where Scratch throws Saga in the lake later? Is he referring to where he's been for 13 years? Did he not actually go into the lake until now? But the decomposition on his body suggests otherwise.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
A container for smashed hopes and broken dreams. Sam said he wanted to do more with Nightingale. The material I read, it's like, is this more? Was this what you had in mind?
This mug always cheers me up.
Yeah, your daughter has your sense of humor. Oh, I should have gone to the case board, right? Yeah. Nightingale says he came from the lake. I guess he said so. Also, how are you getting any logic out of that Taken babble?
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
You're gonna have to stay with the body, Thornton. Keep an eye on him, okay? Why aren't you wearing your hat? It's raining out here. And you look nice in the hat. I think it's a good fit for you.
this one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
Also, you walk too slow, Casey.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Do you want to pick it up, Saga? Oh.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm, like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Let's ask him. Or not? Hello? Oh man, did I get the bad ending already?
I should profile Nightingale about this page.
I'd love to.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
See, his communication with Saga seems so direct. For... Hello? Oh, thanks. Goals. Figure out what happened to Nightingale. Didn't I just profile him? Am I back to the board? Oh, I guess so.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Nightingale has something hidden inside of him. Where do I put that? Okay.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Alright, let's get going.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative to do... what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Now, I don't remember that conversation. That's interesting. Another page. And what was that page? Saga Anderson.
bent down to inspect the body on the table. Somehow it felt familiar. The straps, the heart, the mutilated corpse laying on the rain-soaked wood. Like deja vu. She chased the source of the feeling. Found nothing. None of the victims from her past cases resembled this one. It didn't feel like anything from her past. More like something from a dream. From a life she could barely remember. Maybe one that wasn't even hers. Then the feeling passed. Like a shadow in the trees shifting with the wind. Saga blinked, shook the feeling from her head. She turned her focus back on the work. There was a lot to do. Casey and the deputy were watching her. She had a feeling this would be an exciting case.
Alan, you couldn't write a different victim. Why did it still have to be Nightingale?
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera?
Area?
This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school.
It's pretty
I
cool.
helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Hey, you made it back. Good.
Hey, buddy.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Hey, that sounded new. Not the volcano thing, though. We're going back to town, Thornton.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thank you. Can I have it? Hey,
Thanks.
you're an idiot, but I love you very much.
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Nah, I didn't notice Casey walking over here or something the first time. I don't know, I got lost the first time.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Yo, yeah, poor Thornton's afraid of the body. That's probably why Mulligan hightailed it up here. Those two thought they could be in the cult of the tree and not handle this kind of stuff. Boy, they're kind of silly. They're my silly boys. Just checking if there's a page over here.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Oh, there is a Alex Casey lunchbox.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Okay.
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Look, I already got the updates. You guys said it would be in my shoebox. But we're not at that part yet, so... Come on, let's get going. There's a lot of game I have to do over again.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I wouldn't cut and funny you if you weren't so slow, Casey. Just stop being annoying. No pages here either. Oh, the sunlight keeps tricking me. I guess I should go out and explore more. Lord knows I'll be back in the area, though, so do I really have to? We'll be back here a lot. Hey, which way
Here
did
we
you
are.
take?
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Alright, and then I'll call it quits for now. Or at least I'll take a break. Gotta make sure the house isn't burning down.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Oh, can I go in there and check my inventory?
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Am I not allowed inside yet? Nah, not yet then. I see coffee. This place is gorgeous. Positively beautiful. If I remember rightly, I think these two are Yako's kids, according to the email.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now.
Jesus, Charlie.
Your uncle ought to pay you extra, boy. But you gotta be careful. You drink too much coffee, you get caffeine headaches. I do.
Sweating in the suit, isn't it? Charlene, are you as comfortable as I am?
You don't think the amount of hot caffeinated beverages you downed has anything to do with it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in hell. Wanda City.
Change of topic, please.
Did you name your kids Charlie and Charlene?
Pretty darn sure my you, I mean our float, will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days.
It's a nice looking float for sure.
This is my first Deer Fest, so I don't know what to expect, really. It is the finest entertainment a town like ours has to offer.
Casey, I hope you like "oh dear" as a pun, because you're gonna hear
Let me
it.
guess. The FBI. Welcome
Yeah.
to Bright Falls.
Hi, Tim.
It's nice to have you here.
Bye,
Let's
Tim.
go some coffee.
Thanks, Tim.
Watching just fine.
What are you up to? What are you doing? Hello?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Wait, what the? What is this? What? I've never been back here. I just wanted to look for some pages. Where am I? Hell, woo. Uh-oh. Huh, that's fun. You see, I guess I should explore more. The layout is just different. Sorry, Tim, I didn't mean to be so rude. I didn't think I was going on a journey. There's a lady back here tweaking out. I think she needs some help. Bye. Good luck with that.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Oh, hush, Casey. Enjoy some coffee. Sorry, Tim.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here.
Thanks.
Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Tim strikes me as a real kind man.
We've
I
looked
like him.
through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
Well, I wanted to hear more. Oh, dear.
I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed.